favorite question for the week is from It's Showtime. It was asked on Discord, and it's a great hypothetical to say, because it's realistic as well. Lawrence Stroll has a lot of money. Aston Martin have a lot of money. They don't have a driver academy. So this goes out for all three of the guys here. So we're going to go Flores, Chris, Tyler. Put you on the spot first, Flores. You're hired by Lawrence Stroll to build the Aston Martin junior team. Select 4 drivers for the starting roster. 4 drivers.
So, yeah, first off, I'm very happy for myself that I got hired by Lawrence Stroll, because that will be a big, big payday, probably.
That's a scary boss, though.
Yeah, I also managed to sell F1 series to him. So, yeah, I'm going to do fine. I'm going to live on a tropical island. Secondly, of course, I've been thinking about this one because this is a really interesting one. So I went through a lot of drivers that are not in an academy yet. So my first pick would be Gabriele Mini. It's so weird that he hasn't been picked up yet by like Ferrari, of course, because he's Italian and he's an extremely good driver. My second pick would be Hadrien David, who was in the Alpine Academy, of course, and then he departed from that. And if he won FRECA, he would have been back again, but he didn't. My third one is actually a woman, is Abby Pulling, because she was really well last year, but also, of course, the same story. She didn't have enough funding to finish her season, but I think she really deserves it. Maybe one of the best female driver out there at the moment. And the fourth one, I couldn't choose, but I have 3 names. Delano van het Hof, because he's Dutch. Good reason. Nikita Bedrin, our Russian guy, who is now driving his ass off. And Tim Tramnitz, because Germany needs a Formula 1 driver. A new Formula 1 driver.
I was going to say, Sebastian Vettel is still there.
Who's Sebastian Vettel?
Who? Sebastian who?
Who?
Great names, yeah. Very, very good names there. Really exciting. It's a difficult question. I'm glad I've not been posed it. So, Chris, over to you.
Well, first of all, there's 2 on there that Flores has said. So, Gabriele Mini, again, I'm also surprised. That Italian F4 championship he won back in 2020, absolutely blitzed it. Won by, I think, over 100 points or something ridiculous. So, and he's got the right attitude for a driver to go all the way, having met him. Hadrien David is the same. I just don't think he's got the budget on his own, maybe, to go there, which is a real shame because he's hugely talented. So I think he deserves a chance with someone like that. And then the other 2, Zane Maloney. I think Zane is such a huge talent, a really nice kid, and it's just a great story, isn't it? You take Barbados into F1. So if you're Lawrence Stroll, marketing wise, that's a great name, but hugely talented. And then Mari Boyer would be my last one. I'm just very impressed with how he did in FRECA last year, and he's quite an aggressive driver. He gets his elbows out. So yeah, I think Lawrence Stroll would be pleased to have a driver like that in the academy.
That's a great names as well. Tyler, you going to echo these, or is Alessio Deleda one of your picks?
Yeah, Raghunathan's top. Got a bit. I'm happy because you're right. My thoughts are echoed. I've gone with Hadrien David, Gabriele Mini, and Zane Maloney as well. I agree with Chris. I think Zane Maloney is a really good shout. Again, he's sort of someone that I'm surprised. I don't know why, but I see him as sort of a Red Bull driver. I don't know why. It just seems like a fit. Also, Hadrien David's the youngest. He's the youngest Formula 4 champion in history. And both him and Gabriele Mini have the advantage of having, of being so young still, but having that mega talent. My last driver on that list would be Gabriele Borsaletto, because in my opinion, it's not a great representation of Brazilian drivers. And I think Brazil are one of the motorsport powerhouses. And, Interlagos is one of the best Grand Prix of the season. And I think it's such a shame to not have sort of a Brazilian representative. Kaya Collet is a driver that I like a lot, but he's with Alpine. So Bortoletto is a driver that I'd go with to make that 4. if Lawrence Stroll lets me, that is.
Well, there's also Felipe Drugovich, who's going to go into, was it third season now? But yeah, Brazil,
Right, yeah.
and the absolute fandom behind Drugovich with Brazilian fans is so good to see. Anybody who's heard my voice before from GP Grandstand and our friends at Inside F2 on the podcast will know I'm going to be absolutely furious that Ralph Boschung was not mentioned in any of these academies, but I'll let it slide for now.